Some cars push boundaries, others completely ignore them. The Mercedes-AMG PureSpeed is a machine that seems to ask one simple question. What happens when you remove everything that makes a car feel safe and familiar? This isn't about comfort or practicality. It's about raw sensation, engineered chaos, and an experience that borders on absurd, in the best possible way. Number 5. Ultra-limited and extremely exclusive. The PureSpeed isn't just unusual. It's rare to the point of being almost mythical. Mercedes-AMG limited production to just 250 units worldwide, instantly placing it among the most exclusive modern performance cars ever built. This scarcity ensures that most people will never see one in person, let alone sit inside one. The car also serves as the first entry in AMG's ultra-exclusive Mythos series, a lineup designed to prioritize emotion and design over mass appeal. Ownership isn't simply about buying a car, it's about joining a very small club. With such a limited run, values are expected to soar the moment deliveries begin. In many ways, rarity is part of the PureSpeed's personality. Exclusivity also shapes how the car is experienced and perceived. Owners are unlikely to daily drive a vehicle this rare, which turns each outing into an event rather than routine transportation. The limited numbers mean bespoke attention to detail, from unique finishes to highly curated interiors. It also ensures the PureSpeed will live most of its life as a collector's item, appearing at concours events rather than grocery store parking lots. This rarity elevates every strange design choice, because there are so few chances to encounter them. The PureSpeed isn't built to be understood by everyone. It's built to be admired from afar. In a world of mass-produced supercars, scarcity itself becomes one of its weirdest traits. Number 4. It's essentially a road-legal race car. Underneath its radical design, the PureSpeed is built on the bones of a serious performance machine. Power comes from a twin turbocharged 4.0-liter V8, producing around 577 horsepower and roughly 590 pound-feet of torque. That output launches the car from 0 to 60 miles per hour in well under 4 seconds, with a top speed approaching 195 miles per hour. These figures are impressive on their own, but they become downright wild when paired with the car's open cockpit. There's no glass or roof to mute the sensation of acceleration. Every throttle input feels more dramatic because there's nothing separating you from the environment. The PureSpeed's performance focus goes far beyond straight-line speed. Its chassis tuning, suspension setup, and braking systems are derived from AMG's track-focused philosophy. Steering inputs feel sharper because wind, noise, and vibration amplify every movement. At highway speeds, airflow becomes a physical force you feel in your chest and helmet. Even cruising feels intense, making the car exhausting in a way that's oddly appealing. It delivers race car intensity without requiring a pit crew. That blend of legality and extremity is what makes it feel so strange and so compelling. Number 3. Comes with custom helmets and an intercom system. One of the strangest things about the PureSpeed is that it doesn't just sell you a car, it sells you gear. Because there's no windshield, Mercedes-AMG includes specially designed aerodynamic helmets for both occupants. These helmets are shaped to reduce buffeting at high speeds, helping stabilize the driver's head while cruising or accelerating hard. They aren't gimmicks or accessories, they're essential equipment. Without them, driving at speed would be physically uncomfortable and potentially unsafe. The idea that a production car requires helmets immediately sets the PureSpeed apart from anything else on the road. To make matters even more unusual, the helmets are paired with a built-in intercom system. At speed, wind and engine noise would normally make conversation impossible. The intercom allows driver and passenger to speak clearly, even when pushing past triple-digit speeds. This setup feels more like aviation or endurance racing than automotive luxury. It's bizarre to think of chatting casually while wearing helmets in a street-legal vehicle. Yet it reinforces the idea that this car was designed around experience, not convenience. Few things highlight the PureSpeed's weirdness more clearly than needing a helmet just to talk. Number 2. Uses an F1-style halo bar instead of a windshield. Rather than fitting a traditional windshield or A-pillars, the PureSpeed uses a Formula One-inspired halo safety structure. This rigid bar arches over the cockpit, providing rollover protection while leaving the driver completely exposed to the elements. Visually, it's striking and divisive, instantly making the car look more like a single-seater race machine than a luxury road car. The halo splits the cockpit visually, creating a unique sense of separation between driver and passenger. It also reinforces the idea that this vehicle prioritizes safety through motorsport solutions rather than conventional automotive design. From a driving perspective, the halo changes how the world is perceived. Instead of looking through glass, the driver sees the road framed by open air and a central structural element. Rain, debris, and insects are no longer abstract concepts. They're physical realities. The halo becomes a constant visual reference point, reminding you that this is not a normal driving experience. It's a strange compromise, radical openness paired with a very visible safety structure. That contradiction is part of what makes the PureSpeed so fascinating. It feels futuristic, impractical, and unapologetically extreme all at once. Number 1. No roof, no windshield, no windows, at all. The most shocking thing about the PureSpeed is what it deliberately leaves out. There is no roof, no windshield, and no side windows, nothing separating occupants from the outside world. This isn't a convertible or a Targa, it's an entirely open vehicle by design. Wind hits you immediately, even at low speeds, turning a simple drive into a sensory overload. Sun, cold air, road noise, and weather are constant companions. Every mile feels raw, exposed, and intense. This design choice transforms the act of driving into something closer to piloting than cruising. Speeds feel faster because there's no glass to filter sound or airflow. At 70 miles per hour, the experience feels dramatically more intense than in a conventional sports car. Even stopping at a traffic light feels strange when you're fully exposed to the environment. It's uncomfortable, thrilling, and unforgettable all at once. By removing fundamental components most cars rely on, Mercedes-AMG created something that barely qualifies as a traditional automobile. That's what makes it the weirdest and most defining feature of the PureSpeed. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. Until next time.